Hello and welcome. You're watching 7 at 7 with me, Shiv Aroor. Let's quickly get you to the top stories we're tracking at 7 tonight. Indian origin Rishi Sunak becomes the UK's youngest Prime Minister at 42, steps up after Liz Truss was forced to quit over the economic mess. Sunak warns tough decisions ahead.
I will place economic stability and confidence at the heart of this government's agenda. This will mean difficult decisions to come.
After Sunak takes charge, sparks a political war in India after opposition asks if something similar could ever happen in this country. BJP hits back, citing examples of Manmohan Singh and Abdul Kalam. Communal clashes in Vadodara, Gujarat on the occasion of Diwali. Two groups clash with instances of stone pelting reported. The police who tried to calm down the situation were attacked with petrol bombs. They say it was a predetermined attempt to riot. 5 people arrested in connection to a blast which took place near a temple in Coimbatore on October the 23rd. The police are probing the terror angle in the case. BJP accuses Chief Minister Stalin of downplaying the terror angle. High drama ahead of Mungode bypoll in Telangana, turning out to be one of the fiercest and most expensive bypolls in recent memory. BJP accuses TRS with inciting children to attack him by distributing money and alcohol. Out on parole, rape and murder convict Gurmeet Ram Rahim's fresh, shameless provocation. The self-styled godman has held online satsangs and released new music videos after coming out on parole. And Adidas cuts ties with rapper Kanye West over his unacceptable anti-Semitic outbursts. The company in a statement says Adidas does not tolerate any form of hate speech. It's millions of dollars in losses for the controversial rap star. Rishi Sunak is the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, and he's become the world's #1 talking point, both in the United Kingdom as well as here in India. The Indian origin 42-year-old Rishi Sunak has become the new UK Prime Minister a week after Liz Truss stepped down. Sunak met King Charles at Buckingham Palace, where he was asked to form the government on the King's behalf. Sunak faces unprecedented challenges in a battered and bruised United Kingdom, ranging from political instability to a totally floundering economy with growth and unemployment at crisis levels. In his first address after taking charge today, the UK's youngest PM says that there will be difficult decisions ahead, but vowed to win the trust of the British. From being the first Prime Minister of South Asian descent, to being the youngest, to being the first Hindu to hold the top spot, as well as being the wealthiest, his rise has been nothing short of historic.
I am humbled and honoured to have the support of my parliamentary colleagues and to be elected as leader of the Conservative and Unionist Party. It is the greatest privilege of my life to be able to serve the party I love and give back to the country I owe so much to. I pledge that I will serve you with integrity and humility, and I will work day in, day out to deliver for the British people. I will place economic stability and confidence at the heart of this government's agenda. This will mean difficult decisions to come. The government I lead will not leave the next generation, your children and grandchildren, with a debt to settle that we were too weak to pay ourselves. I want to pay tribute to my predecessor, Liz Truss. She was not wrong to want to improve growth in this country, but some mistakes were made. Not born of ill will or bad intentions, but mistakes nonetheless. And I have been elected as leader of my party and your Prime Minister, in part, to fix them. And that work begins immediately. I will unite our country, not with words, but with action. This government will have integrity, professionalism, and accountability at every level. Trust is earned, and I will earn yours. And I understand too that I have work to do to restore trust after all that has happened. I know the high office I have accepted, and I hope to live up to its demands. So I stand here before you, ready to lead our country into the future, to put your needs above politics, to reach out and build a government that represents the very best traditions of my party. Together, we can achieve incredible things. I will always be grateful to Boris Johnson for his incredible achievements as Prime Minister, and I treasure his warmth and generosity of spirit. The mandate my party earned in 2019 is not the sole property of any one individual, and the heart of that mandate is our manifesto. I will deliver on its promise.
But as expected, there's been a very desi war over a very videshi Prime Minister. As soon as Rishi Sunak's arrival became clear, the firecrackers started here in India. And I'm not talking about the Diwali kind, I'm talking about the hypocritical political kind, where people picked up Rishi Sunak's arrival at 10 Downing Street to decry and lament the Indian system. Here's why they were wrong.
The first non-white, Indian origin person and Hindu in 10 Downing Street.
I will unite our country, not with words, but with action. This government will have integrity, professionalism, and accountability at every level. Trust is earned, and I will earn yours.
But with Rishi Sunak's meteoric rise comes the bitter desi war of words in the country which was once home to his grandparents. PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti was among the opposition leaders targeting India's secular credentials, asking, can a minority take the top job in India like Sunak did in the UK? The BJP hit out, claiming Mehbooba Mufti must walk the talk by backing a minority Hindu as Jammu and Kashmir's chief minister.
APJ कलाम एक बहुत ही सुयोग्य लोकप्रिय राष्ट्रपति बने। उनको किसने बनाया था राष्ट्रपति? अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी ने। एक बहुत ही योग्य दलित नेता रामनाथ कोविंद जी भारत के राष्ट्रपति बने। किसने बनाया था? नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने। क्या वो जम्मू कश्मीर में एक माइनॉरिटी यानी गैर मुस्लिम नेता को मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में स्वीकार करेंगे?
भारत सबसे बड़ा लोकतंत्र है और इस लोकतंत्र में आज तक भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक ऐसी पार्टी है जो अब्दुल कलाम जैसे माइनॉरिटी से लेकर के उसको राष्ट्रपति बनाती है। ये हमारे देश की खूबसूरती है। लेकिन आपकी जो मानसिकता है उसको बदलो, यहां भी सब बदलेगा।
The opposition led by Congress quickly joined in but appeared split down the middle. While Congress MP Shashi Tharoor and P. Chidambaram questioned if India can place a minority at the highest office like Britain, Jairam Ramesh said no one can preach diversity to India.
हजारों साल से अगर हमारे दुनिया में एक मिसाल था अनेकताओं का जश्न मनाने का, अनेकताओं को सम्मान देने का, वो हिंदुस्तान था। मैं नहीं समझता हूं कि हमें किसी और देश से सबक सीखने की जरूरत है। हमारा समाज ही अनेकता में एकता है।
But the opposition was fact-checked by the BJP, which was quick to highlight how India has had minorities in top posts, pointing to Manmohan Singh, a Sikh, and APJ Abdul Kalam, a Muslim.
Congress party is back to doing what it does best, that is undermine India's image and play the fake Islamophobia narrative wherever possible. Even the topmost constitutional position of the President of India was held by APJ Abdul Kalam, Fakhruddin Ahmad, Gyani Zail Singh and others, all belonging to the minority community. Because what should matter is not whether you are from a particular ethnic group or minority group, but whether you have the merit to hold these positions or not.
Are our netas using Rishi Sunak to decry the Indian system? Bureau Report, India Today.
On Diwali night, as most of us celebrated, there was a very disturbing communal clash in the city of Vadodara in pole-bound Gujarat, and we've been able to access some pictures which piece together what really happened. These communal clashes broke out over the use of firecrackers in one particular locality of Vadodara. In these CCTV pictures, it can be seen that a rocket was fired at children, which led to tensions in the area. Stone pelting started as retribution from the other side when parents protested that crackers were being hurled at their children. And this simply spiraled out of control when masked men began pelting stones, torching vehicles and damaging property in the area, including the hurling of petrol bombs.
वो पता नहीं है किस मामले में लेके गई है, वहाँ कुछ बताते ही नहीं है कि किस मामले के लिए क्या कलम लगाई है, क्या धारा लगाई है, कुछ पता नहीं है अपने को। हाँ, कुछ बताते ही नहीं है। अब ये तो व्यापारी इंसान है, ये थोड़ी यहाँ पत्थर मारा करेंगे कि कुछ करेंगे, धंधा पानी देखेंगे कि यहाँ पत्थरे मारे करेंगे ये। और घटना होने के 10-15 मिनट पहले तो हम घर भी निकल गए, यहाँ मौजूद ही नहीं है। जो इंसान यहाँ मौजूद नहीं है वो इंसान यहाँ क्या करेगा आके। ये लड़के लोग यहाँ पे बैठे थे, त्योहार मना रहे थे, फटाके जला रहे थे। ये लोग ने सब मतलब उनका माल वाल सब बेच लिया और रात को 12:30 बजे के बाद ये लोग ने अग्गासियों के ऊपर से पेट्रोल के बम के गोले बना के ऊपर से नीचे फेंके लड़कों के ऊपर। और ये जो भी सरकारी लाइटें थी वो पूरी टोटली सब बंद कर दी। और हमारे लड़के तो इतनी संख्या में थे भी नहीं, 8-10 लड़के थे, छोटे छोटे बच्चे, छोटे छोटे बच्चे फटाके फोड़ रहे थे।
ये सब यहाँ बाजू डीजे बजाए ने तो खाली नाच रहे थे लोग। बाद में ऊपर से ये पेट्रोल भरेले बम जैसे सब फेंके इनके आंख पे। नहीं बम भी भरेले बम फेंकते थे छोकरे के ऊपर, नहीं तो वो छोकरे भी नहीं आते। 500 ऊपर इंसान आ गए इनकी जात में।
Major riots occurred in Vadodara after heated arguments over bursting firecrackers. We are present at the spot where this whole incident started. Let me tell you, at this Panigat area of Vadodara, there were some people, some small children over here who were bursting crackers. After which, there was a rocket which was thrown on them from the other side. And after which, the heated argument started. And let me tell you, it was so instant that after which stone pelting started, petrol bombs were hurled on each other. And let me tell you, most importantly, as soon as this particular incident started, the entire street lights on this particular roads were completely switched off, and that is what the police officials are saying, that this whole incident was pre-planned. There's a sabotage behind this, because let me show you the entire visuals of this particular area. There is the police station, just 100 meters from this particular place where this incident took place. There is the Panigat police station, and behind me is the Zone 3 DCP office. So you can understand the proximity that how this whole incident has taken place. And let me tell you, when this whole incident started, there were so many of stones available, there were petrol bombs, the street lights were off, and so many of the shops and all the other vehicles are completely vandalized. Over here you can see that how this particular vehicle is also vandalized. And let me tell you, when the Zone 3 DCP was passing from this particular area, when this patrolling, he was doing this patrolling, a petrol bomb was thrown from that particular building. Now, the police officials have started the investigation. They have made a special team to investigate this whole particular case. They have detained over 20 people in this matter. But clearly, a politics has started. BJP's Amit Malviya and other leaders are saying that this was a proper pre-planned incident, a pre-planned riots to actually target the Hindus. With camera person Sajid Alam, this is Saurabh Vakrania in Vadodara for India Today.
Meanwhile, I want to bring you a very important update in the highly disturbing attempted, possibly a terror attack case in Coimbatore. And here is that big update, and we've also got images. This is a big breakthrough. The police have arrested 5 people in the cylinder blast in a car near a Coimbatore temple 2 days ago. The police are investigating CCTV footage to find out what the group was actually carrying in those pictures. A car blast outside a temple in Coimbatore has raised serious questions of a possible terror attack attempt. The police have begun a terror investigation, and it has emerged that the person who was killed in the car, Jamisha Mubin, was earlier questioned by the National Investigation Agency in 2019 on possible links to terror, spurring speculation that it may have been a suicide attack gone wrong. Police officials have found nails and marbles at the blast site, and upon raiding Jamisha Mubin's house, they also found chemicals linked to the making of explosives. Police officials have found other equipment that suggests a possible terror link as well. Meanwhile, politics over the Coimbatore incident. The BJP state president K. Annamalai has torn into the Stalin government, saying that they have not commented and stayed silent and refused to call it a terror incident.
As political party, we have waited for almost 48 hours. At least to use the word called terror attack has happened in Tamil soil. That is what we want. You are calling that as a cylinder blast, and you are trying. So that moment you say a terror attack, at one end it also means people will take extra precaution when going out. It also means. That is also you have to say. If you call this as a cylinder blast, let us imagine one more module is active. That module might do an attack in the next 1 week or 10 days. Then what will the state government do? All we are doing is telling the government, people have started to know this is a terror attack, this is a suicide attack. Please don't hide anymore. Please arrest people, give us confidence.
Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan and State Governor Arif Mohammad Khan barely disguise their lack of love for each other, if I can put it that way. And here's the latest flashpoint. The governor had ordered the vice-chancellors of 9 state universities to immediately resign, claiming their appointments violated UGC guidelines. But Chief Minister Vijayan countered his order, asking the vice-chancellors to stay put. Chief Minister Vijayan claimed that the governor is acting on orders of the Sangh Parivar and is waging war against Kerala's state universities. The governor, Arif Mohammad Khan, who also acts as chancellor, demanded the resignations, claiming anomalies in their appointments. He further stated that he was not firing them, but rather giving the vice-chancellors an honourable way out. The vice-chancellors had moved the Kerala High Court, who held a special hearing for the session. The High Court contended that the vice-chancellors can stay in their positions as per the law and until the governor issues his final order.
This letter which was sent to the Vice-Chancellor, this was not a letter to remove them. This was a letter to tell them this is the judgment of the Supreme Court and now I am duty bound to start proceedings for the fresh appointment of the Vice-Chancellor. Therefore, the honourable way will be that you send your resignation. They have refused and papers have reported. Now it has become clear that whose instructions Vice-Chancellors follow. Papers have said today that LDF has given them instructions not to resign.
അവർ സാധാരണഗതിയിൽ രാജിവെക്കേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ലല്ലോ. സാധാരണ നിലക്ക് ഇതിനൊക്കെ ഒരു വ്യവസ്ഥയുണ്ടല്ലോ. നമ്മുടെ സംസ്ഥാനത്ത് രാജ്യത്തെ ജനാധിപത്യ വ്യവസ്ഥയനുസരിച്ച് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ നിയമമുണ്ട്. ആ നിയമത്തിൽ വൈസ് ചാൻസലർ എന്നത് വലിയ പദവിയല്ലേ? നമ്മൾ ചാൻസലറുടെ അതേ പദവിയല്ലെങ്കിലും ചാൻസലർക്ക് കീഴെ പിന്നെ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയിൽ വൈസ് ചാൻസലറേ ഉള്ളൂ. ആ വൈസ് ചാൻസലറിലെ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ നിർവഹിക്കുക. അത്തരമൊരു വൈസ് ചാൻസലറെ ഒഴിവാക്കേണ്ടി വരുന്നത് എങ്ങനെ എന്ന് കൃത്യമായി നിയമത്തിൽ വ്യവസ്ഥ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടുള്ള നടപടിക്രമങ്ങൾ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതനുസരിച്ച് മാത്രമല്ലേ കാര്യങ്ങൾ നീക്കാൻ പറ്റൂ. നിങ്ങൾ പെട്ടെന്ന് ഒരു ദിവസം എനിക്കൊരു തോന്നലുണ്ടായി ഇറങ്ങിപ്പോ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇറങ്ങിപ്പോകാൻ പറ്റൂ? അത് സ്വാഭാവികമായിട്ടും ആത്മാഭിമാനമുള്ള ആരും ചെയ്യില്ല.
And where cracker bans are in place, can pollution and pataka politics ever be far behind? It's true that Delhi actually enjoyed its cleanest Diwali in 7 years, but despite that cracker ban, there was a lot of use of crackers and a huge spike in pollution post 8 p.m. on Diwali night. And what's left after the smoke has drifted away? politics between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP.
Cracker ban going up in smoke in the capital. On Diwali night, the Delhi sky was lit up. Crackers bringing down the air quality to severe category. A penalty of 200 rupees and jail for 6 months failing to deter cracker violators, with cracker sound going on till late into the night.
सरकार ने काफी बैन किया हद से ज्यादा, मतलब कि वही सांस लिए अच्छी तरह ले इंसान इसलिए पटाखों पे, फिर भी लोग वाग अपनी जिम्मेवारियां नहीं समझते।
वह देखो बहुत ज्यादा देख लो कितना धुआं हो रहा है। ये तो हम जैसे सिटी जनरलों को परेशानी है। धुआं बहुत है, आंखों में आ रही है, सांसों में जा रही है, दर्द होता है, आंखें तो चुप चुप करती है, पता नहीं ऐसी कोई जलन से हो रही है।
The iconic India Gate that you can see clearly throughout the day today, despite this being the next day after Diwali, which would be the most polluted for many years for the citizens of Delhi NCR. Measures taken by the government on banning firecrackers as well as the 2 to 3% contribution of stubble burning. The unseasonal but favorable rains along with the wind speeds have helped Delhi NCR breathe right after Diwali day.
But this year, Delhiites got away relatively easy, with environmental factors like wind dissipating the smog by morning. An October Diwali when pollution is yet to spike and water sprinklers doing the tricks for Delhi this year, making it the cleanest Diwali in 7 years. The NCR residents have been breathing toxic air since many years. This Diwali, the toxicity in the air has drastically reduced. But politics soon erupted. BJP launched a scathing attack on Kejriwal over the cracker ban. Reiterating the anti-Hindu Kejriwal jibe, BJP hit out at the AAP, asking, since a lot of people were bursting crackers, how many will AAP put behind bars?
पूछना चाहता हूं कि आप सिर्फ हिंदुओं के त्योहार पर बैन लगाकर पटाखे पर आप अपने नाकामी के लिए तीसरी नहीं कर सकते।
Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal jumped into action, lauding Delhiites for making the effort to ensure a clean Diwali.
पटाखों को लेकर एक जागरूकता केजरीवाल जी की सरकार की ओर से लोगों के बीच में फैलाई गई कि भाई इससे प्रदूषण बढ़ेगा, और इन सब का परिणाम हुआ कि 5 वर्षों में दीपावली के दूसरे दिन का प्रदूषण सबसे न्यूनतम स्तर पे है।
But with stubble burning continuing in Punjab, is the worst yet to come? Bureau Report, India Today.
And in case you missed it, the world witnessed its last solar eclipse of 2022. And we've got pictures from all around the world so you can see how that turned out. The celestial phenomenon occurred when the moon passed between the earth and the sun, blocking most of the sun's light and throwing its shadow on the earth, creating a dazzling, fiery crescent that was visible from many parts of India as well. While parts of Europe witnessed the solar eclipse a bit early, in India it began around 4 and continued till 6 p.m. In India, the solar eclipse is associated with religious beliefs, remember, and many superstitions as well. The doors of the Kedarnath and Badrinath temples were closed due to the partial solar eclipse earlier today. People were seen taking a holy dip right before the actual eclipse. The Indian Institute of Astrophysics live-streamed the partial solar eclipse from Hanle in Ladakh. They say it's one of the rarest solar eclipses and will not be seen again for at least another 10 years. We're talking about a viral video claiming to be Ukrainian missiles attacking a fleet of Russian tanks. Very familiar footage, like many things we've seen before, except that this particular footage is not real at all. It's actually from the Arma 3 video game. That's how difficult it is amidst a storm of visuals that have been coming out of the Russia-Ukraine war. This one was difficult to spot, but it's from the Arma 3 video game. We will continue to fact-check videos of this kind that come in from any part of the world. That's 7 at 7. Thanks for watching.